today I am going to be doing a video. It's going to be discussing friendships, one friendship in particular.
Hey guys, my name's Alexi.
A friendship that you guys probably know about if you've watched my channel for the past few years.
Rate last night from 1 to 10 on a crazy scale.
10.
I should be in jail right now.
And I should be bailing her out of jail right now.
He told me that, hey, just so you know, I have a small penis. How would you react to that?
It's okay.
Okay, I found this on the web for can we get to Sonic in New Jersey without going through any tolls?
I thought that this video was important to make because when I lived on the Upper East Side in Manhattan back in 2017, I befriended somebody. Literally every person I've met in New York City has been through my dog, either approaching them or them also having a dog that approached the other.
I was working in real estate in Manhattan, and I was working like every single day of the week, and I was just really kind of unhappy. I was searching for something else. So this day in particular, I decided that I was not going to go to work. I was going to take the day to myself and something amazing would happen. So I decided to go walk my dog and take him to the dog park, and my dog started playing with her dog, and soon enough we were walking to the park together, and right away we sat down in the dog park. My dog ran and jumped and sat right on her lap and didn't move the entire time. And she was really nice and really sweet, and she said she was a YouTuber, and I had never heard of being a YouTuber. So I checked out her YouTube and I thought she was really funny. I definitely was kind of you know, when you first go to Stephanie's channel, or at least several years ago, it's very clickbaity, you know? So you click on something and you're not really sure what you're gonna get.
When I met Lexi, she was really intrigued by my YouTube channel and the whole social media stuff that I was doing. So I think she took a lot of interest in that. We had a lot of fun vlogging, and that was really great for me because then I had somebody to vlog with. I do have some friends who are really camera shy and who don't really quite understand it, and the fact that she was kind of understanding of it and wanted to be a part of it and enjoyed it as much as I did, I think really helped our friendship flourish. Usually friendships take a really long time for me to form with people just because I'm a little bit standoffish.
The one thing about Stephanie that I've realized is she is definitely a Virgo through and through, and if you think about the tarot deck, the Virgo card is the Hermit. He needs his alone time, and I've realized when it comes to Virgos, they don't like to get too close to people, very few friends, and they do like to kind of isolate themselves from people. It's how they regroup.
But with Lexi, everything was just so natural. Like, we just hit it off. And I think one of the main reasons we hit it off, our dogs were really good friends. Yes! And because we had a lot in common. We loved music and we loved singing. Obviously, Lexi is much more serious with singing than I am.
Alexi is a good singer. I am not a good singer. If you guys are gonna bitch about the singing, then go somewhere else.
But I had a karaoke machine in my apartment, and we would literally just like sit around drinking wine, ordering pizza, and singing karaoke songs.
Dun, 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 dun.
We love to indulge in our food and our wine.
We both love food. We're both earth signs.
Virgo and Taurus, we love the pleasures of life.
Our friendship in the beginning was also very extravagant.
So what is this place that you're taking me to?
Soho House. It's a members only lounge.
And I wanted to go to bars and clubs, and I wanted to get super dressed up, and I wanted to like live this really lavish life.
Not that we were party animals, but we love to go out and have a nice dinner.
So we are at Nobu.
I know that everybody on dating apps in New York City is always saying like looking for my partner in crime, and literally that is what Lexi was. One of my favorite things is that she takes risks and takes chances and lives this like really ballsy existence. She can always look back on her life and see like, I gave everything a chance. I know that she has a spiritual practice, which is a huge part of her life.
I'm super spiritual. My grandmother was an astrologer and raised me around this kind of information, but I would say I really got into spirituality about 10 years ago. So I've been chanting, practicing Buddhism, you know, doing the healing work, working with shamans and holistic doctors. We both had completely different belief systems when we met. To her, chanting was weird and different and foreign, of course, as it is to most people who don't grow up that way. She's a very science, logical thinker, and anytime I would try to help her with it, she'd be like, No, I don't want to hear anything about that.
She's already found her spirituality, and when I met her, I was kind of shut off from that, and over the years have been searching for a spiritual practice. So I've like picked things from her spiritual practice and applied them to my life. But then there are still some things where I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if that's for me. And that can sometimes cause a clash in a friendship. My least favorite thing about Lexi is her stubbornness.
I think once we're stubborn about something, we stick to it.
I don't want to sound mean. Lexi's prone to mood swings. And I'd just be like, come on, be happy, smile, let's do something. And she would just be like, she had stuff that she was going through. So that actually makes me sound like a fucking asshole complaining about it. She doesn't like fish. And that's super fucking annoying because I always wanted to go get sushi or like seafood and she wouldn't.
I'd say what kind of started to make our relationship challenging was when she was diagnosed. She dealt with that grief and that suffering in her own way. She kind of shut people out, you know, and I think that that's what some people do when they experience grief or some kind of tragedy. They can isolate themselves.
I think our problems became very, very serious in our friendship around the time that I went into remission from aplastic anemia, and she was in New York City and I moved back on like a temporary basis. Getting ready to drive to New York City with Frank. Every single morning that I wake up in New York City and realize that I'm here, that I'm back, it's just, oh, it's such a great feeling.
You know, she had come back to New York to try to live this life that she once had and thought her body could adjust.
We kind of went back to the way things were. I was like pushing myself, and at the same time I believe that Lexi was kind of done living in New York.
I was feeling lonely and I was super unhappy in the city, and because I was unhappy, because I felt so unfulfilled, the only thing that was really keeping me there was Stephanie. You know, we were doing the Manhattan Diaries series together.
I also got involved in a relationship at that time, which brought me even further from her.
Him being in the picture, I felt like there was too many negative instances. We were texting and I was trying to convey a message, and it's all wrong. This is why I don't like text messaging, because so many things go awry. I knew that she was being resistant to what I had to say, and something I said to her, she, you know, I think that there was some sort of resentment already bubbling up underneath the surface, and it just kind of all came out. On top of the fact that this guy that she was seeing also didn't like me.
Our fight was explosive. At the time it felt like it came out of nowhere, but looking back now, it was kind of like a pressure cooker of stuff with us.
I was pretty shocked that she basically blocked me. I definitely prayed for her happiness. I don't know if I ever thought we would reconcile. I think it was probably for the best. We both matured in different ways.
While I kind of stayed back and tried to rebuild my life here,
I was finding myself in LA and trying to figure out my own life. So we were both kind of like in these like soul searching phases, and it definitely made me appreciate friendship so much more. Once you have like a soul family like connection with somebody, I don't think you can ever really break it.
When we started talking again, we acknowledged that there was this fight, but we didn't really discuss it too much in depth.
The first day we started talking again, it was like we never had a falling out.
I think we both had this acceptance that it had to happen, it was bound to happen, and that despite it happening, we still cared so much for each other.
But I think my favorite memory with Stephanie, we went to Dunkin' Donuts to kind of like, I think we were still looking for food and it was like the only thing open or something. And anyway, we were sitting outside and she was like, I love you. Like, I really love you. And I felt that from her, that she's the kind of person that once she takes you in, once she trusts you and opens her heart to you, like, you know, she's a loyal person.
You know, some of my friendships in the past have ended really, really badly, and sometimes people just need to move on. With Lexi, at the time when we stopped being friends, it felt that way. And it's no longer about who was right, who was wrong. None of that matters. What matters is that these are two people that share a bond, and we are in a good place right now. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will link Lexi's social media stuff down below if you guys want to check her out. She's very unique. She's a very special person, so definitely go check her out. And thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Have you had an experience like this? Do you think that some friendships are irreparable, or do you think that everything can be fixed? If so, how? Sound off in the comments below. Click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!